What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB?
It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, what's going on, Lake of the Ozarks? It's time for another weekly edition of What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV, presented by SRG Financial Advisors, home of the mile marker formula. Wild Will and Uncle Chris filling in for KB again this week, and a great show for you today. Chris and I, we're going to talk a little NFL and how we see things shaping up.
It's coming fast. Training camps are opening, man.
And it's a good time for you to remind everybody who won the Pick'em League for Lake TV last year. Yeah, well, if you haven't heard it, you must have been sleeping under a rock or not watching Lake TV.
I am the reigning champion.
It's all the guys talked about the last 6 months, and I can't wait to take that title. We'll also have Carrie Mawson from Budget Blinds talking about how your window treatment can actually lower your electric bill and over time pay for itself. We'll also have Mayor of Osage Beach, Michael Harmison, and he talks about the mall talks we talked about on Cup of Coffee over the last couple weeks, Chris. Horizon Development, the financial advisor, the TIF. Where do we go from here? And Mayor Harmison will touch on that. Of course, we've got our furry friends at Ozarks Cat and Canine, presented by our vet at the lake. And our vet, we love those folks over there, huge supporters of Lake TV. They make that furry friends possible. And this week's a little kitty cat, that adorable Darth Vader. You don't want to miss that, and a whole lot more. And of course, What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV wouldn't be possible without SRG Financial Advisors, our title sponsor. Of course, our vet at the lake. As we told you, Ozarks Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for 34 years. Of course, Budget Blinds, we'll hear from Carrie, as we said, and the official water of What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV. Culligan, Lake of the Ozarks, that and a whole lot more after this on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
And we're back on What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV. And as promised, we're now joined by Mayor of Osage Beach, Michael Harmison. What's going on, Mayor?
Good morning, Will. Pleasure to be here.
Man, you are a popular man nowadays. You're all over the place, not just the state of Missouri, all over the lake. What's the day in the life of a mayor like nowadays?
No, it's been good. It's still weird for me. People knew me Michael, Mike, Cheeseman, Harmy, and now most people call me Mayor. And so still learning to deal with that. It's funny that my brother is a judge down in Springfield, and he said once you become mayor, you're going to lose your first name. They call him Your Honor. They call me Mayor, and so it's been good. It's well received in the community. A lot of my friends that have called me Mike for years now call me Mayor, so I'm still getting used to it, but things are going good.
I had to change your name in my phone because I always called you Harmy or Michael, and now as you pulled in this morning, I don't know where the music was coming from, but all I heard was dun 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 dun. Mayor has arrived. But man, it's been great, and we've seen you hit the ground running since you've taken office. I mean, it hasn't been long. What's it been, 4 or 5 months?
It'll be 3 months, I believe, this Thursday.
Wow, so only 3 months.
Correct.
It's been a busy 3 months. And one of the biggest subjects or topics that you've kind of found yourself involved in as part of your duties is this proposed selling of the outlet mall in Osage Beach. And of course, just to catch people up a little bit, owned by Simon Properties, or the Simon Group, largest owners of malls in America. And we've seen the mall kind of dwindle as far as occupancy over the last few years. And so the Foster family and Horizon Development have been in talks with Simon, and that kind of has fallen through for various reasons. But just kind of catch us up on what's taken place over the last month and a half and how we got to where we're at.
All right, I'm going to step back a little bit if you don't mind, because malls in general, because of the climate, the buying experiences people have now, nationwide have been deteriorating. With the online ordering, the Amazons, people not going to the malls, they can do everything online. And there's still the box stores that are not available at Amazon, but nationwide malls, outdoor shopping has been limited. With that being said, the Fosters were in, basically they purchased the property on contract. They joined up with another group out of Kansas City called the Legacy Group. And so between the two of them, they wanted to buy the property. And then they had about $186 million idea to refurbish it, take some of the property in the back, move them to the front and to the side. In the back, make it more family-friendly oriented. Ferris wheels and step climbing and all sorts of different things, which everybody supports.
Yeah.
So we all supported that. They came to the city. They wanted a tax increment financing, and I know you said you wanted me to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, because that TIF, the TIF, a lot of people don't understand what that is.
And basically what it is, and I try to use this, and I try to oversimplify things for me and the public. But what it is, let's say, and I'm throwing numbers out here that don't mean anything. So let's say the property is worth $10 million. And they have to pay a percentage of that. Let's say they pay $50,000 a year in taxes on that property at a $10 million value. So then somebody comes in and they want to redevelop it. Now they say it's worth $100 million. And so what they'll do is, typically, rather than paying the $50,000 a year, now they're paying $500,000 a year. The TIF, what it does, it'll take about half of that and put towards helping finance the project, and the other half will go towards higher taxes. And there's a but-for clause, meaning in order to qualify for that, the business has to be considered blighted, which it is. And the but-for policy means that this particular developer would not be able to do that but for the assistance with the TIF.
Okay.
So that's what they were trying to do. And so they put that through, and it's up to the Board of Aldermen and the city to verify that it's a good risk, because this community is risking some of their financial taxes.
Right.
Also, they wanted bonding, and they wanted about $20-some million of upfront construction bonds, meaning they wanted paid up front before any ground was done. So with that, the city was supposed to be due diligence to find out, all right, is it worth the risk? Do they want to risk that? Some people seem to think if you do the bonds and the project fails, the city's not responsible. And in many cases, that is true.
Right.
In some cases, and there's legal precedents to prove this, the city may not legally be committed to that, but morally and ethically, and also for future bonds, it could put a really black eye on the city. Say, hey, you had a $23 million bond back in 2022, and here it is 2027, you want $2 million, $20 million in bonds. Well, we're not going to do that because it hurts your credit rating, basically.
Right.
So we went through all that. We picked a financial advisor in order to help us with that. And the developers had a problem with that financial advisor. We also had to put together a redevelopment agreement. That's the nuts and bolts on how all of this would be paid back. What typically happens with a redevelopment agreement, one of the two parties will come up with the agreement. Then the other party will be able to pick it apart, say we agree with this, we don't agree with this, we agree with this, can we negotiate this, that type of thing. But because they didn't like the financial advisor and because they did not like the redevelopment agreement, they had put a halt to everything.
And they wrote you guys a letter, correct?
We got a letter terminating the fundraising, the funding agreement. So basically, they put up a pot of money, and that money is used for the city to investigate them. Mm-hmm. So we use their money to investigate. It's not the city's money. So when they stopped the funding agreement, everything stopped. That's where we are today.
So we no longer have the money to pay this independent financial advisor or those things?
Well, whether or not there's money is really not the case. The case is that they've requested we stop. Now, we did do, about a week ago, the city administrator was on vacation, but she went through all the bills to this point. We sent them an invoice. There's just a little bit of money owed yet in that pot. And so that's where we are today. Now, I did have a very nice luncheon meeting with Dan Foster a couple weeks ago, and he did explain to me that they have extended the contract to purchase the property. Has nothing to do with the development, but to purchase the property.
Which is with Simon, and that deadline was June 29th.
Correct.
And they said it was contingent on the TIF agreement
Correct.
being accepted as they proposed by the Board of Aldermen, and that's been extended now. So talks aren't off.
Correct. As of now, everything stopped on the city side. Dan did tell me they extended the contract. I'm not at liberty to say how long it's extended, but now we're just at a wait and see. If they want to come back to the city with another proposal, great. The way the things stand now, it's just stopped, and yeah, I'd love to talk more.
You'd love to talk more, and it looked like, because there was some uncertainty with this financial advisor that was hired. Who was upset with that? Was it Horizon? It seemed to be more with Legacy out of Kansas City, and it seems like they've had maybe some bad dealings with this particular financial advisor in the history of their developments. And so the question that we had, and I think a lot of people had, is why would Legacy or Horizon not like this financial advisor, and why have they had bad business dealings in the past?
Yeah, and that I don't know. I would love to know the details of that. So just to be clear, and I've said this on, I think, with KB, and I've said it at Board of Aldermen meetings, a lot of people wonder, well, how did they get that financial advisor? So just to be clear, I want to say it one last time, that when it was originally established that we needed a financial advisor, and that came from our legal counsel out of St. Louis, we were under a deadline. The developers wanted us to hurry this through. So they gave us one financial advisor that the city had worked with in the past, and dealing with bonds and that sort of thing. But with the magnitude of this one, $186 million, $64 million in bonds, we said, can you give us a couple other recommendations? They gave us a total of 3. We looked at those, myself, the city administrator, the city attorney, looked at those 3, and it was just basically 2 sentences about each. And one of them said, Columbia Capital, that has had experience with Legacy in the past. And I was the one that said in this meeting, Well, it makes sense to me, since we're up against the deadline, why wouldn't you go with the one that has experience already rather than starting from square one?
Right.
We agreed. We put it towards the Board of Aldermen, and I called the Columbia Capital, and we talked to another city that dealt with them. They loved them. So we went with them, and the Board of Aldermen voted 4-2 to hire them. Now, they did, on the other side, they came in and said, we don't want them for this reason. So 2 aldermen agreed, but it was voted 4-2 to keep Columbia Capital.
Which is great. And so from my understanding, this was one of the 3 recommended financial advisors from the developer.
No, from our legal counsel.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
city's legal counsel, yes.
Gotcha. Very good. Yes. And so they took problem with that, and that was really where the halt happened. But now they want to keep that conversation going.
I hope so. Yeah.
And so the process would have to be, if they wanted there to be a new financial advisor to move this forward, that's not happening overnight.
No. What has to happen, and it's not a city statute, it's a state statute. In order to, for all lack of a better word, fire that financial advisor, one of the aldermen has to suggest at a meeting that we want to terminate their services, and by a majority, the aldermen have to vote to terminate them, and then the process would start to find a new one. And they did say they will take any other financial advisor except that one. They're not wanting to pick their own. I mean, full disclosure. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, but it is a process, and it's not city. I can't do anything. The board, it has to be dealt with by a vote of the alderman.
So let's play hypothetical
Sure.
here. So let's say they come back to the table, the Horizon and Legacy come back to the table with the city of Osage Beach and say, all right, we understand it takes time for us to move forward. You guys have to fire this financial advisor. Do you feel like that's a direction the city would go? Or do you feel like at that point you're kind of giving all the control to the developer?
Perfect question. I don't know the answer. We've talked about this with some of the aldermen personally, and we talked in the office too. The financial advisor needs to be done by somebody. Mm-hmm. We have to investigate the party. Hypothetically, if you fired this financial advisor and you hired another one and the project fails in 5 years, then people are going to say, what the heck? Why did you let the developer pick that? But by the same token, on the other side, there has been some realtors that said, hey, there's certain people that come and inspect homes that I don't want to inspect my home because I don't get a fair value from them. So looking at both sides, if the Board of Aldermen decide they want a different financial advisor, I'm fine with that.
So another hypothetical, let's say they did come with that pitch and it was put to vote and the board voted it down. Do you feel confident that Horizon and Legacy would still have interest if this financial advisor were still part of the plans moving forward?
That's not been conveyed to me. It's been conveyed to me that with this financial advisor that it will really put some real strains on the possibility of this moving forward.
Gotcha.
But that's even just the first part. The second part is we need to come up with a redevelopment agreement.
Yeah.
We already put one forward, so we're waiting for the other side to come for. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's huge for the city. And the great thing is, I think there was some thought or some understanding that if this doesn't work out with Horizon and Legacy, that the mall may not get bought. But I think that mall probably has to have other suitors because such an attractive property in such an attractive area like Lake of the Ozarks, surely there's other people interested, right?
No, there is. And when I say there is, I don't have any bids, I don't have any inside information, but there's developers knocking on our door weekly saying we want to come down here, we want to look at things. The city of Osage Beach has a brand new position that just hired, Mitchell Moon is his name, mm-hmm. and he's our first time ever. He's an economic development specialist, and we've had many talks in the last week, and top of his priority list is let's get that mall open. So it's not going to go away. I mean, I really, really feel confident that we're going to get that thing going, and I'd love for the Fosters to be involved in it. They're great for the community, good people. Yeah, I'd consider them friends of mine, and I'm not on here.
Deep ties down here, man.
Yeah, and I would love for that to work with them. So we'll see what happens.
And outside of that, of course, this is what's getting all the attention and all the talk. But you mentioned getting ready to hit 3 months. Been a busy 3 months. There's a lot of other things you guys are working on to move the city forward. Can you shed some light on some of the other projects or plans you guys are working on?
Yeah, there's a Sycamore Creek project, the old golf course.
Mm-hmm.
We have a developer that came in, and pre-COVID, he had purchased about 14 acres on contract. And from the cars, and then COVID hit, and they knocked on our doors a couple of months ago and said, we're ready to dig ground tomorrow. How can we move this forward? And similar to but different than a TIF, they're looking for a 353 tax abatement type program, where it's not upfront construction costs, but it's over the course of so many years, rather than them having to pay all the taxes, a portion will go back to help with construction costs, that sort of thing. That's my first and second reading with the Board of Aldermen. Just 2 days ago, I had Jeff Tagatoff is his name, and being new to this, I'm kind of like this, Will, and I think he knows about me. A lot of times attorneys will get involved and they'll be back behind, well, let's send a letter to them, let's send a letter to them. And I finally, the other day, told it, why don't you just pick up the phone and call the guy?
Right.
They came through with the proposal. I didn't like the proposal. We didn't either. It seemed like they wanted a lot for a long time. And so we talked about in our office. So we were going to send back something. I said, let me just call the guy. And so I picked up, we had a great conversation. I said, what about this? What about this? He said, perfect. So now the attorneys are writing this stuff, and I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a few years if it goes through the Board of Aldermen, gets passed, which I hope it does, because we need housing. And it's not Section 8 type housing, but it's not expensive type housing. We're looking at 10 different complexes, about 240 people, dog park, swimming pool, and it'll be $900 to $1,200 a month. Most of them single and two rooms, a few 3-bedroom, but more for those workers that awesome. they have a co-worker. They can both put $450 a month and live right here at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks.
One of the biggest issues facing our area as we move forward. Well, Mayor, I sure appreciate your time. I want to ask you, are you glad you ran? Are you glad you're doing this?
I'm very glad I ran. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning a lot. The city of Osage Beach, and I've said this many times, when I ran, just to be clear to everybody, everybody's playing nice and we're all getting along and we're moving things forward. I'm very much into customer service. And I think at the first when I kept telling we need to work on customer service because I want the citizens and the businesses to look at the city of Osage Beach as their partners.
Yeah.
Working with them, not against them. And I think initially that meant, oh, you mean we weren't doing that in the past? I said, no, it's just we can do better.
Yeah.
And there are rules and regulations. I fought with them personally, but there's rules and regulations that have to be followed. But it's how the city perceives those and how you act towards them. Go visit with. You have a problem with the city? Let me come visit with you. Here's our policy, but maybe we can help you. So customer service. I even told the police this the other day. I've used the analogy many times. Roadhouse. And so be nice.
Right.
Until it's time not to be nice.
Right.
And there's times not to be nice, but just be nice. And the city of Osage Beach is a wonderful place. We're working together nicely, and I think you can see a lot of big things.
Yeah, as long as you're nice to us, we're real happy with that, and you always are. We appreciate your time, and I know you're a dog person, so you'll love this next segment. On the other side of the break, we've got our next furry friends at Ozarks Cat and Canine. You're going to want to see Darth Vader, cute little furry friend or feline, if you will, up for adoption. So you're probably headed up to Ozarks Cat and Canine after this, I'd imagine.
Well, I've got a meeting in Columbia, but I'll listen to it.
Very good. Right. That is Osage Beach Mayor Michael Harmison. That's going to do it for this moment. We'll be back after this with Furry Friends presented by our vet at the lake. Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
You
want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it. Welcome to another Furry Friends presented by our vet. I'm Megan Albers filling in for KB, of course here with Mary Meow Me Tilly. Tell us about this cat. Now we've seen this cat for a while.
Yep,
KB and I love this cat and we're so excited to feature him today.
He has been in the background for a while because he hasn't been ready to go yet. He's still not quite ready to go yet. But we wanted to get him on air, and hopefully he's going to have the surgery he needs soon and be ready to leave us before too long. This is Darth Vader. He is about a year old. He was originally brought into the animal control and for sales. That somebody had trapped him as a stray and took him in there. They knew that he had a lot of medical issues going on that they couldn't handle, and they asked if we would take him in. And a lot of times when you bring in, especially an adult male that's been outside for a long time, they do not do well in the shelter.
Yeah.
And Darth is definitely the exception.
Yeah, he's living it up right now.
He is. We think he's about a year old. And as you can see by his crinkly little ear here, we think he's been in some fights. We think he's definitely seen some stuff.
Yep, seen some things.
He has a huge hernia on his side that is actually two smaller hernias side by side.
Oh.
The vet thinks that was probably caused by him getting attacked by a larger animal. So the outside wounds had healed by the time he came in, but it had caused the internal damage. He probably got bit by a dog or maybe a coyote, something like that, you know. So we have to have surgery done on him to repair that hernia. It doesn't seem to bother him too much. He is the sweetest boy. When he gets happy, as you might be able to see, he drools. He makes biscuits and he purrs and he drools.
Oh goodness. It's amazing to see, like it's obvious that he's been through some stuff, but he's still such a lover.
Right. For him to have the personality he has for the life that he's lived in his short time on earth,
yeah.
You know, it's just amazing. So this past weekend, we had a little incident where a person came in, I believe it was their grandchild that was with them, and made a comment, don't touch that cat, he's bad luck. And that really upset all of us here because knowing what his personality is and how sweet he is, and yes, you are just adorable. And so I just wanted to touch upon, you know, that black animals, whether it's dogs or cats, either one in a shelter, just being that color is a strike against them.
Yeah.
When we get in a litter of kittens or a litter of puppies, if there's a black one in the litter, that's almost always going to be the last one left to go. but don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
You don't know, you may come in and look at the most beautiful, purebred cat there is, but it has a horrible personality.
Yep.
And then this little guy here with his crinkly ear and his drool, and he's going to make somebody a very lucky person.
Oh,
when
yeah,
he's
he
ready
is.
to go, whoever adopts him.
Yeah. In my experience, just friends that I've had that have had black pets, those pets are usually lovers. Like, I've never met a black dog or a black cat that has had an issue.
Right.
Like, they're so great.
I have two black cats. One of them doesn't like me very much because she's paralyzed, and I've always been the one to give her baths and give her meds and stuff. So she's not a big fan of me.
She doesn't know that it's for her best.
She loves the rest of the family.
Yeah.
But my other black cat is the one who, anytime somebody's not feeling well or, just, maybe sick or not in a good mood, and she will go find them and just, be all over them trying to cheer them up.
That's great. I love that. So when Darth Vader is ready, obviously I'm sure people are allowed to apply for him now.
Yes.
How would they go about that?
We have an application online at ozarkscatandcanine.com, or you can come into the shelter and meet him first if you want to. We have paper applications here. And then we're going to ask you about your living situation, what other pets you have in the home, if you have kids. If you rent, we're going to want to speak to your landlord, make sure you're allowed to have pets, and if there's any restrictions on how many or what size. And then if you have pets in the home, we're going to want to talk to your veterinarian and make sure that you're a good pet parent before you add another pet into the mix.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love all the work you guys do to ensure that these animals go to safe and loving homes. It's great.
Yeah.
I think every shelter in the world needs to do that.
Some people say we're a little too picky, but these animals have come in, and a lot of times they've needed a lot of extra care.
Mm-hmm.
We've had bottle babies. We've raised them from tiny. Or, we've put a lot of medical care into them, and we just want to make sure that they're going to go into a home where somebody else is going to do the same.
Yeah. Well, let's get Darth Vader adopted. Again, you can check out their website, fill out an application, so when he is ready, when his hernia is all healed up, he can go home right away. I want to give a huge shout out to our vet for sponsoring KB's Furry Friends. I'm Megan Albers. You're watching Lake TV.
Man, as we welcome you back, I just love that Furry Friend segment.
Yeah, and you're my furry friend.
Actually, it's not true. I don't have body hair anywhere. There's nothing furry about me. So as a matter of fact, I'm your unfurry friend.
I'm the furry one. I got hair everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
take your
I
coat
mean to
off
tell
and
ya.
stay a while, Uncle Chris.
I'm like a walking rug or something over here.
I think you're bad. Hey, Ricky, come out here and take your shirt off.
No, please no.
You're a wild man. So make sure you go to Ozarks Cat and Canine if you want to have a shot at adopting Darth Vader. And not just Darth Vader, that cute little kitty cat. There's lots of dogs and cats looking for their forever home. We thank our vet at the lake for making that possible. And of course, the crew over at Ozarks Cat and Canine, they're so awesome.
Yeah, they are.
They do a great job. And of course, this whole show every single week right here on Lake TV wouldn't be possible without our presenting sponsor, Bill, Janice, Aubrey, Tyler, Dan, everyone. Of course, Christopher at SRG Financial Advisors, and they're home of the mile marker formula. Boy, they have this really cool system. They go through every aspect in your life because they all impact one another, from taxes to legal to retirement to investments to donations to your income. They take care of it all.
Their whole mission in life is to help make sure you can retire well. Their greatness. If you haven't talked to them, you need to talk to them.
Absolutely do. And of course, our vet at the lake, as we alluded to, Ozark Barge and Dock, man, they build the best dock at the lake for the last 34 years. Budget blinds. Of course, we'll have Carrie on after this. And of course, Colligan, Lake of the Ozarks, the official water of What's Burning right here on Lake TV. So we owe you a commercial break, but like I said, when we come back on What's Burning, we got Carrie Mawson from Budget Blinds right here on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
And we're back, and as we said, that cat may not be at Ozarks Cat and Canine for long, so make sure you go give them a visit. Now, our guest for this segment is Carrie Mawson, owner of Budget Blinds right here in Laurie. Miss Carrie, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, William. Thanks for having me.
We're so glad to have you. First, thanks for being such a loyal supporter of What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV. And I want to get right into Budget Blinds. First, tell us how long you've been doing the whole blind deal here at the lake.
Oh my gosh, I guess this is my 17th year now.
So you started when you were like 4?
Yes, I'm only 21.
17 years in the blind business, and I guess you've really seen it progress over the last 17 years.
There have been a lot of changes, that's for sure. It's, some good ones, some bad ones, but mostly progressive.
So when someone hears blinds, they think of just a traditional blind you could buy at Walmart, but when you talk about budget blinds, really it's window treatments and more. Talk about all the different products that you offer at Budget Blinds.
So we have so many. So I don't know how many people actually know that Budget Blinds is the largest window covering franchise in North America. So there are lots of franchises. So we have pretty good buying power, which means that we have a lot of people who manufacturers who want to do business with us, and they give us good deals, good warranties, good prices. I mean, lots of great things. So we do shades, shutters, drapes, other soft treatments like valances, bedding even. We've done
bedding?
Yes.
Talk about bedding.
So bedding like comforters, headboards, just really anything that can be fabric oriented we can do. We've done table runners, placemats, just lots of different things, just a plethora of things for sure with the soft fashions. And then sometimes people buy fabric just to do their own thing. Like we just have a lot of fabric options. So we do, I don't know what I repeated, we have all kinds of shades, of course regular blinds. We have woven woods and Roman shades, and there are just so many.
Options
the
are
list
endless.
is enormous.
Well, the thing that I think is timely to have you on is the fact that we're right in the middle of a week where temps are 100 plus. You have the heat index and humidity feeling like it's 110 degrees. And so it's more essential now than ever before that when we have a week like this, you want to have the right window treatments, because I've heard, you've told me before, that the right window treatment can actually lower the temperature in the house and lower your monthly utility bill. Talk about that.
Well, it really can. We do custom window treatments. I mean, like, that's all we do. We don't have things in stock. So there are lots of insulating options as far as keeping out the hotness, whether it be drapes or shutters or some other type of shade, but also the cold when it gets really cold too. Right now, yes, we've been pretty busy because it has been so hot, and just people trying to keep the heat out. And I mean, I say this all the time, and it's not a cliche and it's not a whatever, but those will eventually pay for themselves with your efficiency of your home. That's not the proper term.
No, but you keep it cool. I mean, your AC doesn't have to pump on as often and as hard, and so yeah, your monthly electric bill goes down, and over time you make up that cost. And when you say custom, what she means is, listen, everywhere your window or your area you want covered is not just a cookie cutter size. And so Carrie comes in, she measures, and then she shows you the options. I know this, and I'm so familiar because Carrie's done our blinds here at the station. You've also done Unique and I and Brentley's blinds at the house, and you're getting ready to do some more for us at our other location. And you come in and you measure, and then you guys have the blind exactly the size. Your install team comes in, get it set up for you. And one of the cool options I think people need to know about is you actually have blinds and window coverings that can be remote run. Talk about that.
Yes, so we have different options for motorization. You could do hardwire. A lot of people are building new homes right now, so we've been discussing, like it's nice if you are going to do a hardwire to get in on the, during the construction, so you don't have to take care of it later.
Right.
So hardwire is an option. We have plug-in, they call DC, and then we also have battery operated. And the batteries they used to be just like AA's that you could feed into a battery tube, but now they're all rechargeable. So that actually saves a lot of money too.
Yeah.
I mean, motorization is a little bit more expensive, but here at the lake, of course, we have a lot of, upper story windows or high windows, and
it's essential. You don't want to climb up there and pull the blind or turn the blind or the shades.
Right. There are also some motors that, and they're just, again, they're different manufacturers, but you can recharge them like you do your cell phone. It's just a USB cord. You just plug it in, and so they just keep coming out with new stuff. We have sensors for like sun sensors if you aren't there all the time, if we have second homeowners or even people who go away for a vacation, who can sense how the heat increases in the window, and will operate the shade.
Wait,
too.
so like while you're gone, the sensor picks up on, okay, it's getting warmer in here, it's time to drop these blinds or these shades, and it automatically through the sensor does that?
Yes, sir, yes. Yeah, and actually I've had some people, it's kind of rare, but they would do the sensor for the light sensor, so it would raise the shade so their kids would get up in the morning.
Hey, whatever, I could use that, whatever it takes. Sometimes those mornings are tough.
Yes, so yeah, I mean, there's just so many options, honestly.
One of the things too that a blind or window treatment or even a shutter accent can do is it can really change the look of your room or your home, and you're really an expert in that. So if someone has you come out, you'd be able to show them the different colors and finishes and what may go with that accent rug or their paint color, and how to really bring your finished room together.
Yes, honestly, and it really does change the way the room looks, and that's what we do. That's why we do free in-home consultations, so we can go out and show people things inside their home so they can match their furniture or their rug or their flooring or whatever they want to do. Sometimes people don't know what they want to do, so that's what we do. We help them figure it out and get the right goods for them.
Yeah, I know we went from in the living room, which at first I thought, well, this is unnecessary. You know me, I'm frugal. And I was like, this is unnecessary. We don't need to take these white blinds down. But we went with these beautiful oak wood blinds. and it looks like a completely different room.
Right.
Of course, the most important thing was Unique was super happy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But
in your opinion, did not.
But it looked great, and I was really surprised with how much different it looked. Now, I can say I never was a guy that thought that I would spend money on blinds and window treatments, but I know now with the office and the house and the work that we've done together that if you need blinds, window treatments, there's no other option at Lake of the Ozarks. Not only the customer service, the relationship that comes with it, that friendship, and the promptness is second to none. And so those out there watching right now, they're like, hey, I want to have Carrie come by, maybe help me put up some new blinds, pick a color. How can we reach out and schedule a consultation?
So we have a website, budgetblinds.com. I do want to just throw this in. Custom does not mean expensive. So,
no.
I mean, like there is something for every budget for sure. Like if you've got a lot of money, okay, we can
bring out the Rolex.
We can take all your money, but there are a lot of affordable choices. So don't think that that's the way it is. But so budgetblinds.com. We have a showroom in Laurie, 105 South Main. And
right catty corner there from O Road. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's right across from the bank. Yes, yes, right at the corner of 5 and O. And also, you can call us, 573-374-0330 is our phone number. You can pop in. I mean, we're open Monday through Friday. We, again, do consultations all the time, so you don't have to come in if you don't want to, but if you want to look at stuff, people can do that.
And I'll say this too, when you support Budget Blinds and Carrie Mawson, you're really supporting Lake of the Ozarks and the different charities and organizations. Carrie, on the board with Lake of the Ozarks, Shootout gives a ton of time, talent, and money to the Shootout and local charities. So when you support Budget Blinds and Carrie, you're giving back to the community. We sure appreciate all you do. We appreciate your support here at Lake TV, and thanks for giving us some of your time.
Thank you.
That is Carrie Mawson with Budget Blinds. We'll take this commercial break and be back on What's Burning right here on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Want to get to know local leaders a lot better? Join Lake TV for a new community spotlight show weekdays at 9, 3, and 7. We talk with local leaders to get their story and learn more about their organizations. It's the Community Spotlight Show on Lake TV.
Right back here on What's Burning on Lake TV, and I'm glad we got back because I couldn't handle anymore. Chris is looking for a crown. He's reminding everybody.
A crown, because I am the reigning champion of our NFL picks from last year.
You know what they say?
I don't even remember who was in second place. I won by so much.
I think Ricky was in second. I was Andrew was in second. I was a close third. Then I think it was Megan who took off like the last 19 weeks of the 17-week season.
Unbelievable.
Then Ricky was there at the very bottom, which we don't know how Megan beat him, but you'd have to try. So, all right, we're going to do a little fun NFL here right now and look at this year's NFL season of the 8 divisions. Chris, we're going to pick our division winner, and we're going to start with the AFC East. You already know I'm going with my Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and I'm with you there. I'm going with the Bills to win the East. I think Miami is going to be there. They're going to be pretty tough this year. New England, I think, is going to drop off, but I think the Bills might be the team to beat in the entire AFC.
Yeah, and I like Miami as well. They've made some big free agent signings, and I think Tua has done a lot of good this offseason, so should have a good third season. Now let's look at the AFC North. That's a good division. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. I got the Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I don't think the Bengals were a fluke last year. Remember, they went to the Super Bowl. They beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. I think they're for real, and they're definitely going to win that North Division. And again, they might be, along with Buffalo, the team to beat. I mean, the Chiefs might be falling down a little bit. We'll see.
Did you drink before you got here?
It's still early.
AFC North, I got the Jaguars and T-Law, Trevor Lawrence.
The AFC North, well, let's see. The North is the Bengals, right?
Oh, sorry, the AFC South.
Okay,
I got the
so
Jaguars.
the South. So you're going with the Jags?
Jacksonville, baby.
Wow, I'm going with the Colts. I think the Colts, remember the Colts kind of melted down at the end of last season. I think that's going to help them out. They've got a new quarterback, Matt Ryan. So I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, that's going to be a much better division than people realize, and Jacksonville spent a gob of money this offseason. AFC West, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I am too. And I don't know if that's my heart or my head, because I think the Chargers are going to be better. I think the Raiders are going to be better. The Broncos got a new quarterback.
Wilson, baby.
They're going to be better. That might be the hardest division in all of football.
It is the toughest. And look out for Javonte Williams, second-year running back. He's going to have a big year. And then my AFC champion.
I am going to go with the Chiefs, yeah.
Chiefs as well. My AFC champion represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I got the Buffalo Bills.
I do too. Yeah.
Wow.
I do too. I'm not even sure the Chiefs are going to get to the AFC Championship this year, because I think it might be the Bills and the Bengals. But I think the Chiefs are right there. But without Tyreek, I don't know.
Yeah, they'll be all right. NFC East, your Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and Washington. I'm going with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know what? I am too. I think Jalen is the man. I think the Eagles have gotten better.
I thought we were going to be all over the place with this.
Cowboys might be dropping down. I'm not even sure the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs this year.
Not even sure the Cowboys are going to make it to week 1. So we both got the Eagles. I'm surprised there. Okay, so NFC North, Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings.
Now I'm going to go. I think it's a toss-up between Green Bay and Minnesota, but I'm going to go with the Packers, mostly because Aaron Rodgers is still there. He lost his top receiver, but Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, so I'm going with the Packers.
Discount double check. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Omaha.
Love it. I'm also, I'm going to go in a different direction. I like the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. I think the Vikings did a lot this offseason. Dalvin Cook will be healthy. Kirk Cousins got his extension. New coach. Got to have an improved defense. You can't get worse than that defense. They've blown 12 fourth-quarter leads over the last 2.5 years that Kirk Cousins has had them in a position to win that game. You can't play defense, folks.
That might have been the only reason why I beat you last year in our picks, because you stuck with Minnesota almost every week. And almost every week, they'd lose a close game.
Kirk Cousins puts that team in position to win every single week. We got to be quick here. NFC South, I got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks as well. Tom Brady's back.
NFC West, I got the 49ers.
I've got the Rams. I think the 49ers, quarterback change. They might drop off.
No, I like Trey Lance and the 49ers from that division. My most improved breakout player this season, Buffalo Bills running back Devin Singletary.
Boy, I don't know who to go with on that. I like the Bills quarterback, Josh, but I don't know if you can call him more improved.
Breakout season now. So you don't have one of those. Super Bowl, believe it or not, I got the Bills versus the Vikings.
I have got the Bucks and the Bills.
Bucks and the Bills. I got Bills beating the Vikings. And you got the Bills beating the Bucks?
I've got the. I do have the Bills beating the Bucks.
We both have the Bills winning the Super Bowl. My MVP, Kirk Cousins. We got to wrap it up. We'll be right back with more What's Burning after this.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now open in Camdenton with new locations in Jefferson City coming soon.
It's going to be another great cup of coffee right here from Slumberland at the Lake this week.
Yeah, you know, I get to talk to the duck from Duck Drop.
Lucky the Duck, that's going to be really cool. Hobby Lobby announces an opening date.
You know what? And that mall thing is back on in Osage Beach, it looks like.
You can find out about that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee at 8:02 a.m., 1:02 and 8:02 p.m. right here on Lake TV.
Moving to the lake is a lot of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. For packing up and delivery to your new home or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the easy choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers packs your possessions extra carefully, shows up on time, and strives for 5-star customer service every time. Sunrise Movers, the official movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today to get a free estimate. Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV. Uncle Chris and I thank you for tuning in. You can catch a new episode every single Thursday, and of course, we air daily, 7:02, 5:02, and 11:02 right here on Lake TV. Wanted to thank our good friend Carrie Mawson for joining us from Budget Blinds, and of course, Mayor Michael Harmison from Osage Beach, and of course, our presenting sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, making this possible. Arvet at the Lake, the official water, Culligan, Lake of the Ozarks, Ozark Barge and Dock, and of course, our good friends, we said Budget Blinds. Carrie was so awesome. Make sure you guys give her a call because she can do just about anything you possibly need for your house. And there's so much coming up on Lake TV. Monday, the 25th, which may have already happened, is our forum at 5:45. And of course, we're right in the middle of my podcast series with Nathan Rennie, 4-part series. And don't forget the election, Tuesday, August 2nd. Get out and vote for Uncle Chris. I'm Wild Will. That's going to wrap up this week's What's Burnin' on Lake TV.